So today we have Mr. Siddharth Chandra with us. He's a machine learning scientist who transitioned into a consulting role to pursue personal ventures. He has worked as an applied scientist at the Computer Vision Machine Learning Group at Amazon, USA, for a period of 5 years. Around mid 2023, he provided us an opportunity for the team at Seffcon Labs to collaborate with him and support his venture. Sid, we truly appreciate your time and willingness to share your experiences working with us as your tech team. Before we delve any further, could you elaborate on your vision for your startup?
Um, so I'm not revealing all the information right now because I am funding my ventures on my own, and some of the business logic or the secret sauce needs to be preserved. But essentially, we have two or three different things that we worked on with Jyoti and her team. Uh, One of them is a kind of a social network wherein you have a lot of AI, and this social network is a combination of uh, media based interactions and normal social interactions that we have. And what AI can do there is a lot of misinformation and logical fallacies in arguments that people use. There is no, so AI can help there figure out uh, misinformation and logical fallacies. You also can do a bunch of other things. For instance, right now all the social networks don't have any built-in mechanism for conflict resolution, so AI can act as a unbiased actor to help negotiate arguments between two sides. Then also you have cyberbullying on social networks, and what AI can help you figure out is automatically flag posts that are trying to inspire fear, shame, or guilt in you. So we can kind of keep tabs on people who are indulging in and prevent cyberbullying. So that's the social media aspect of it. But there is also like a next generation media player that Jyoti and her team have worked on that will play a pivotal role in building the business model around this and also changing the future of how content is created and consumed. So that's all I want to say about this. Then we have a couple of other things that Jyoti helped us do. Uh, One of the organizations that I am trying to build is it's called Archshri, and it's to support financial independence of women in India at the moment. But there is no restriction; anyone from anywhere in the world can connect with us and work with us. And here the idea is simple. The biggest challenge for women in India is they are not financially independent, and that opens avenues for exploitation and abuse. So if you want to empower the women, you should make sure that they have financial independence. And for that, we are trying to create a marketplace, which is like a e-commerce setup where women in India or anywhere else in the world can create products, for example, arts and craft, and sell it to the world. And right now we are starting with t-shirts. So we are training women from rural backgrounds or small towns to use artificial intelligence to create designs, which we are then printing onto t-shirts and selling those. So this website that Jyoti has built will help us achieve that. And finally, this is something I have not talked about before on social media. So it's like a sneak peek. Uh, it's a it's an app. So it's based on science using Vedic astrology, but it is branded as an app that helps you figure out who you are. So self-discovery and resolving identity crisis. And this is kind of the need of the hour because I lived in the US for 5 years, where I understood that identity crisis is a major challenge. At least in California, you have to know for each specific person how to address them. If they are a he or a she or they, or like people are coming up with all kinds of ways to address, and it's not natural for anyone who is an outsider to understand that. And I also did research on like mental health in the US and figured out that at least in the teens under 18 category, you have 51% people who are reporting mental health issues. And a lot of that has to do with who you are, like whether you have an identity. And that's the issue with US. It is a country made of immigrants who are trying to forget their old identity and trying to build a new identity. So they will always have this identity crisis, and this is evident in the data. If you look at like all questions on where they categorize people by ethnicities or their background, and people who report two or more identities, like two or more racial identities, have a higher percentage of mental health disorders. So this is why I'm saying identity crisis is an issue. So this app will help you figure out your identity, what sort of situations you are comfortable in. So essentially, it's first figuring out who you are, then deciding whether you want to change. This is the self-improvement part, and then how do you bridge the gap between that? And also, like whenever you are on a journey, you need partners to share your journey and to inspire and encourage you. So this tool will also help you connect with people who are compatible with you for different reasons. So in India, it's common to do this for marriage purposes, but we can do it for business partnerships or playing a game, for example. So compatibility finding for all sorts of endeavors that you want. Like, so these are the three things that we have been working on with Jyoti. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the work she has done. If you have any specific questions, feel free.
So all credit goes to the team. So, Sid, we've collaborated on various projects with you, like you've just mentioned, ranging from website development to crucial research tasks for cutting-edge component development, like the next generation media player you spoke about. And the technologies involved were React, Node, Next.js. We worked on big data, React Native for the mobile application development. Overall, how would you assess our technological expertise and problem-solving abilities based on your experience working with us?
I would say like I have worked with teams across the world. Like I was based in a global team that had partners in China, India, Israel, US, and at least I find like your way of doing things very methodical, very organized. There are timelines associated with every task, and then every task is properly recognized clearly into like independent components, and then you can figure out when those components will be ready and so on. As far as the research ability is concerned, so we started with a very challenging problem, and yeah, I didn't notice like any. You are not a core research team, but you were able to do a good job. So I commend you for that. And another issue that so if you work in industry, people always bicker about ownership. Like this is my job. You don't have a right to tell me how to do my job. It's not like that here. I could give my opinion on anything directly, bluntly, and they took care of like if I made a point, then they made sure that they catered to it and they had a response. So I think yeah, it's quite good to collaborate in this way. Other than that, yeah, I mean, technology is technology. Everyone knows technology. These guys are in the business for 12 years, so they, of course, they know their stuff. So, and I'm not an expert on the things that you do. So, as an outsider, I would rate you top notch. And also, like, I'm happy with the products that you developed. So, no complaints there.
Thank you so much, Sid. So, what aspects of working with us did you find most enjoyable?
Most enjoyable is basically I can reach out to them anytime, and typically if you are contracting with people, then if you are paying, then you are the one who's supposed to be keeping tabs on them, but it was not like that here. I took Jyoti for granted. She was the one contacting me, bugging me every now and then, and I really appreciate that. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I did not interact a lot with the people who actually developed the stuff. That is something that I would have uh, uh, called out as a growth opportunity. Why? Because your customers or your clients, they are essentially looking for two things. One is their product to be built, and second, not everyone cares about this, but I do, that your employees are happy. And one way to make them happy is to let them kind of, I mean, we met a couple of folks from your team, so I'm not saying it was totally a black box, but it's good for them to present their own stuff so they gain confidence
Right.
in their own. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, the favorite part was like for me as someone who lives in the moment and does not plan stuff was that I could reach out to Ravi and Jyoti whenever I could, and they were kind of periodically giving me feedback without asking for it. So yeah, I would say I did not have to think too much about whether people will do their job because Jyoti took care of it.
That's the whole idea, we have to
Yes,
load the technical responsibility of startups like startup ideas like yours.
yes, yes,
That's where you get to focus on your business and we get to take care that the team is working properly and you need not worry
yes,
about it.
yes. Just one comment, and this is not specific to you, but specific to like tech industry in general.
Mm-hmm.
And this is some issue that I faced in Amazon a lot. Is people change over time. They don't enjoy doing the same stuff over and over again for like 20 years. So there should be ways of them transcending into, let's say, mentorship roles so that they are able to kind of expand. Like you can figure out this person is good in this, and you can help them carve out niches, and then you can expand, like, become a bigger, yeah.
Yes, it's noted.
And this is a growth area for Amazon also. So big corporations are not doing it well. So
Right. So when
yes.
it comes to mobile development projects we completed for you, how satisfied were
Yeah.
you with the quality of work and the timelines of the delivery?
Um, yeah, I would say like I have no complaints. Like you did your due diligence, Ravi did his due diligence, and if there were any issues, like if there is a bug or something, like Ravi was pretty uh, straightforward about it. He did not say, okay, we did this. And typically in the industry, people will tell you they are doing something, but they are doing something else. But here it's like Ravi said, okay, this is a bug. We saw it. We are fixing it. So informed, everything was informed in time. Yeah,
Yeah, credits also go to our key developer, our senior developer, Nikhil, who was working with us. He was very
yeah,
timely and used to give us all the updates, and we were
yeah,
just carrying those forward to you.
yeah,
So
yeah.
ultimately, it was our QA and our key developer who were all bringing everything into place.
Yeah, and credit also to like you specifically for all the discussions we had during designs, and
Yeah.
even Ravi, like because it's a challenging problem designing like a social network with new technology from scratch, and coming up with all the policies and that kind of
Right.
stuff.
That was precisely my next question. How
Yeah,
do you evaluate our ideation and visual dialogues that we did with you through mock-ups, particularly regarding this community platform, where we
yeah, yeah,
collaborated, I think, right from conceptualization to implementation, leveraging our UI UX expertise to bring the screens to life. And how did you particularly find this process?
um, it was thrilling for me. It was exciting. Like one of the things I like working uh, in a, with a small team is essentially this. Like when I go to sleep, I have some thoughts in my head, and those thoughts are about the discussions we have had and about the questions that we solved. So like I would say Ravi was also crucial. He made great contributions, and his forte is coming up with scenarios that you have not imagined. So you will say, okay, these we can do this in three ways. Then he will say, no, there is a fourth way.
Precisely.
Yeah. So that was like, at least for me, that is the most fun part of working. Like apart, like anyone can write code, and that's basically just writing in a language doesn't require you to stimulate your brain, but this is the part where you decide stuff, where you make policies. It's interesting, and I had a lot of fun working with these guys.
Thank you.
And
Thank
also,
you.
like, generally I live in the moment, so I do some stuff and then I forget about it unless the next time it is presented to me. But Jyoti, she will go back and look at the sheets, and then she will figure out, okay, there is one question which was left unanswered. Let's add this. So she's doing like the bookkeeping of past discussions. So that's also like one of the good things about you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sid. Is there anything else you would like to share about your experience that we haven't covered yet?
Um, I mean, I would have loved to visit you in person, and maybe I will do that anyways, because like there is still some development left. So hopefully, yeah. Right now I'm working on marketing, etc. But yeah, I mean, in general, I really like you as a person, both you and Ravi. Good-hearted people, always trying to help out. And in India, like it's very challenging for people to find good jobs if they are not from tier A colleges. But Jyoti has shown time and time again that you can get the best out of anyone. Uh, Degree doesn't matter really, as long as you have the passion and the discipline to follow through with your plans. So yeah, I mean, she's doing a great service to a lot of people who would not find a job otherwise. And like me, of course, I would not be able to build my own dreams alone because I'm not a web developer or app developer. So thanks a lot for helping me realize my dreams. And yeah, I would I would hope they get a lot of business in the future. I'm happy with what they have done, and they are genuinely nice people. So uh, like connecting with nice people is always good.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sid. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, very humbly, very thankful to you.
Same,
And,
same here. Same here. I'm thankful to you as well.
and thank you so much for the feedback as well. And overall, this is also motivating and encouraging because for us, it is like we live and breathe each and every project. For us, it is like we
Mm,
manage services. So,
yeah, yeah,
like right from the conceptualization, as we say, we convert ideas into living digital reality. And that's
yeah,
what we know the best to do. So,
yes,
I'm
yes,
very grateful to my entire team to cooperate and to be able to come up to the next levels and support visions of people like you. So it just is teamwork.
yeah, yeah. One last thing is you should also conduct interviews with your employees. I think that will be good for like people to see. At
Yes,
least like Amazon does this a lot.
yes, yes. Noted.
Yeah, like success stories.
Hmm. Yes,
Because like your success is also your employee's success. So
right. Indeed. Thank you so much, Sid.
yeah, thanks to you a lot. Is
All
that
right.
all?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Bye bye.
cool. Bye.